Okay, on to the next bit. So here's where we left off in the last video. Well, we've got a pretty good set of deformations now on these arms. Now what I want to do is I want to just delete the keyframes. Okay, now I've returned back to the default pose. We always want a thing to be returned to the default pose. Now I'm deleting the keyframes on the shoulder which I made. I'm going to delete those. Now thing has no, just double check there's no rogue set keyframes. Good, there are none. And now we can just carry on where we were. We can just have a little test again if we want. Oh, okay, we don't need to do that. The next thing we're going to get to is the mirroring painted weights. It's a very nice function in Maya. We don't have to redo the work that we did on the other side. We can proceed by just selecting the mesh. We can mirror, as provided it's in a default pose. Let's just put this on so we can see exactly what's going on. I don't think I actually want an X-ray on. I want X-ray joints on. So I'll turn X-ray off. X-ray. There we are. Okay. But if we just test the other side, this is all the work we did on the other. I mean, this is the default. We got really bad things there, but after working, so we move both of these. You can see the left-hand side, after all our work done to it, it's moving really well, but the right-hand side still has a lot of work to do. Now, given that these are identical, and this bind pose happens to be, exactly mirrored, we can use a tool which is called the Mirror Painted Weights tool, which takes information on painted weights from one side and reflects it onto the other side, so you don't have to go onto the other side, do all the painted weights work that we did before. I don't think I've got this in its bind pose, so I'm just going to undo some of those rotations. There we go, that's much better. Okay, so the goal is to mirror those weights which I did on one side. I seem to always be on rendering. Let me go to animation, go to skeleton, or skin, sorry, skin, edit smooth skin, and mirror skin weights. Now, it's the important thing about axes, okay? As you can see here, as I move the thing, the viewport, the X, Y axis is the plane in which I want to reflect in. So if you put a mirror there, it just so happens to be that curve by default, which is good. But if it was in another plane, you should know that. But just look at your axes at the bottom left. But you can go here, apply. It's now mirrored in the XY plane. So now if I was to just, look at that. We've just reduced a lot of work there because this very useful tool in Maya. Look, see, all this work that we did on one side has now been completely identically reflected over to the other side, which is great. Great, that's really good. Our poses will work for both arms, and we don't have to. We can even have a bit of fun. Yeah, we could do the butterfly. Why not? And yep. Okay, I've zoomed in. I shouldn't have done that, but oh please. So again, just to test now is to really look at the component, not the component, the painted weights tool. So we've gone to the left side, and we know how that looks. Let's just try and find the right side. Should be here somewhere. Let's see, can't seem to find it. It's all in hierarchy, so it should be here. That's the left, that's what we've already done. Left fingers, head, right, I think we maybe need to look higher up. And let's see, right, there we go. Now we're looking at the right side. The right, let me just find that. Looking for the painted weight information on the right side. That happens to be the left side. Okay, you'll always may struggle to find that first. There we go, the right side. Here we go. Now we can see that the information on the right side hopefully should be identical to that and on the shoulder and the elbow on the hand. In fact, everywhere on the body will be identical now on the left side. We just haven't done any work on any part of the rest of the body. But if we look at the left side again, you know, when we actually X-ray. Okay, got to do that again. Get that on. There we go. Now we can see again, just to double check that when we rotate these, you see you're getting fairly good, getting the same results on both sides, which is very good. We don't now have to deal with this side anymore. So very important concept to get your head around is this mirroring painted weights. Very simple as well. It's been made very convenient for a rigger. Now, next. Okay, seem to be on. Looking for. There we go. Back to animation. See, everything you ever need to know about the rigging, it should be in the animation toolbar. Yeah. So back to the reason why I actually decided to do the painting weights now before I made the control handles. Now I'll make an IK handle here, which I'm not going to go into much detail about, but now when I move this IK handle into any position, I know that the painted weights for each of the joint on the shoulder and the fore and the arm, the elbow, they are working correctly because I had control over doing that. Individually, I set keyframes on just the shoulder and then just the elbow, and then I know now that whatever position now this IK handle is going to go into, it's always going to be decent painted weights. However, if you do the control curves afterwards, the control handles afterwards, see how much movement is coming just from moving this. Imagine setting keyframes just for this. The arm is moving, the shoulder is moving, the arm, the hands and the fingers are moving. It'd be very difficult. I don't have. Whereas now, when I deleted, I've just undone making the IK handle. I have individual control over which joints have what influence on which parts. So I'm just going to do that again. But whereas when I have the IK handle, it's moving the arm, it's moving the elbow, it's moving a lot of things. It's moving everything. So it becomes very difficult for me to actually distinguish what it is I'm trying to paint weights on. So that's why you should paint the weights before you do the handles. And I hope this, yeah,